Want some, get some, bad enough, take some. Want some, get some, bad enough, take some. Want some, get some, bad enough, take some.
Hello, everybody. This is Gangrel, and it's Fangin' and Bangin' Gangrel. Well, we know I love Halloween, so it's the month of October. So I wanted to sit down, and I had a little extra time, so I wanted to run through. I just picked a random list now, a random list off the internet. I think this is Bleacher Report. What is it titled here? It is titled the 25 most terrifying wrestlers of all time. The 25 most terrifying wrestlers of all time. So being it's Halloween, or the Halloween season of October, the month of October, I figured we'll run through that. So let's see. Let's go here. Now, this isn't my top 25. This is just, I just clicked on the internet and picked a random, whatever one popped up first. This is the one that popped up, and I believe it comes from, it says BR, so maybe it's Bleacher Report. Yeah. So I'm not sure. So we're going to go with the top 25 terrifying wrestlers of all time. Now, number 25, my friend, my boy, my fellow vampire, one of the stiffest bastards I ever wrestled, so I love to tag with him, and I love him so much. Kevin Thorne. Big Kevin Thorne. And, Kevin, man. So that's good, Kevin Thorne. He is scary if you're in the ring with him. People don't realize how big Kevin Thorne is. Yeah, Raymond. He is like, bro, he's like 6'4", 6'5", 310 pounds. He's a beast. If you don't want to move him, he's not going to be moved. He can be a bona fide walking nightmare if he wants to be. And but he's a great dude, man. So that's number 25, Kevin Thorne. And a little short story on that. I know we're going to kick around on that. Like when I was re-signed back when they brung Kevin Thorne in for the ECW deal. And I was supposed to come in and debut. They were going to bring Kevin Thorne in and then Ariel. So somehow, I don't know what happened. They debuted him first with her. And then I got a call 6 months later saying, well, the idea didn't really work out. So whatever's on that, that wasn't on me. But Kevin Thorne's a great dude. He's my friend, and I hope he's doing good. By the way, he's selling real estate now and killing it. He's making more money he ever made in WWE. So he's a happy guy. Great family. At number 24, wow, we got the Yeti. I don't know if you guys remember the Yeti. You remember the Yeti, Raymond?
I have no idea
Kind
who
of like
that
a
is.
mummy. He's a big old dude. What was his name? I think it was Ron? What was the guy's name? Well, I'm not going to go dig through that, but you can check it out. The Yeti. It definitely sounds like it was Ron. I think his name, he was a big giant guy. I did a movie with him with Glacier not too long ago.
Did a movie with?
Yeah. It's coming up. Check out Glacier stuff. Oh, man, I can't remember the name of the movie now. It's still in production. They're still doing all the editing and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'll pick the glasses up and read it. The Yeti. What's it say? It's alive. It's alive. Who needs vampires and werewolves? Well, I do. I need a vampire. Come on now. Who needs vampire and werewolves? The Yeti only showed you WCW. Idiotic gimmick. Basically just looks stupid. Wow. Okay. Well, they put him on here as the most terrifying, but they're saying he's stupid. So I don't get it. But the Yeti. God, I can't think of his name. It's Ron something. He's a nice guy too. Great guy. So number 24, the Yeti. Let me put these peeps back down out of respect for number 23. Another one of my friends, my foes, and a guy I've wrestled many times and tagged with many times. Big V, Viscera. Viscera's Big Daddy V. He had a lot of names. King Mabel, but mostly remembered as Viscera in the ministry, and my tag team partner. That one time I came back, we took on the Undertaker in a handicap. JBL brought us in, and we got our asses kicked by the Undertaker, basically. So that's all I got to say about that. But rest in peace, Big V. We miss you, Viscera. That's at 23. Viscera. We'll scroll down. Number 22, my friend, my foe. Is he a friend or a foe? I don't think he's so much my friend, but he's a foe. The Vampiro. Vampiro of Mexico fame and WCW fame. Vampiro comes in at number 22. He's still out there doing a little fanging and banging himself. So long live vampires. Kiss Demon. At 21, another guy I shared the ring with, and I don't think he liked me very much, but he can rest in peace himself, was Giant Gonzalez. He's a big man. He didn't want to do much. I was wrestling him in Memphis. It was a vampire versus Giant Gonzalez, and I didn't fare too well. Needless to say, I did not win that match. But so number 21, the Giant Gonzalez. You remember him, Raymond?
Yep.
Okay, you remember the Giant Gonzalez.
WrestleMania match with The Undertaker.
At number 20, Another one. Kevin Thorne's killing it.
Right.
Kevin Thorne's killing it. He's Mordecai. He's back as Mordecai. So
that
Kevin,
was all white.
yeah, all white Mordecai. So man, he's Kevin Thorne, Mordecai. Mordecai's in there at number 20. I don't know which one if I'd find more scariest of all times, Mordecai or I think the fact that it's just Kevin Furtick himself makes them both scary. He's the big dude, but he's a great dude. He's a great dude, and he's in there at 20 and 25. Good old Kev. Number 19, The Relic. I don't know a whole lot about that. I'm not sure if that was the TNA deal with Sinister Minister and all that, but The Relic at 19. Now it says number 18, 7. Now, I would get confused with this. I'm going to pull up these sunglasses and make sure I'm looking at this right. Portray. It says portrayed by Dustin Rhodes. Okay. Now, funny enough, another one of Kevin Thorne's, Mordecai's, Kevin Furtick's characters, and it was 7. He was 7. Huh? 7 deadly sins. He was. So they say Dustin Rhodes was 7 here. So somebody did a little peeping and borrowing, I think, from a character. So technically, I'm going to say Kevin Furtick, Mordecai, Kevin Thorne, and 7. They say Dustin Rhodes was 7. It probably was Dustin Rhodes that they're referring to. But the original 7 I knew in Ohio Valley, or Deep South, I think it was again Kevin Furtick, Kevin Thorne, Mordecai. He was 7. Then he was Mordecai. Then he was Kevin Thorne. Correct.
So all of his characters would be dark.
Yeah, they're all dark person. Actually, he's a big old white boy from Indiana with red hair, married to a nice Spanish lady. And he's a great dad. He's selling real estate. He's a tremendous individual. But this 7 is Dustin Rhodes. So number 17, Abyss. He's now a WWE producer. Big Abyss, known for all his TNA stuff. He's in TNA Hall of Fame. Abyss is a great gentleman. I've wrestled him a few times. Had a great time. Number 16. What do you think number 16 is? Oh, you're looking at it, so you know who the hell number 16 is.
Yeah,
Psycho Sid. Remember when he broke his leg? Oh, my goodness. Psycho Sid, he had those crazy eyes, like, kind of like eyes, if you've seen that. Could you see those eyes? Was that good enough? No. I look like a goldfish about to blow up over there.
Not even.
Psycho Sid. Now, what is Abyss? Abyss was scary. I guess Psycho Sid was scary. So I guess everybody on here is scary so far. The scariest.
I feel like Abyss was like a mix of Mick Foley and Kane.
Yeah, Abyss was an ex-football player, NFL player and stuff. Mick Foley and Kane, but what Abyss did that they didn't do was he could do moonsaults and stuff like that. He did all that stuff too.
Like Jacob.
Abyss was all over the place. Yeah, like Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, I wonder if he made it in here. He didn't make it. I don't think he made it in here. Okay, so number 15, yours truly, Gangrel. I am Dracula. I bid you welcome. Dracula, 1931. So, Gangrel, I'm in there at number 15. Number 15 at the top 25 scariest wrestlers of all time. I get it. My eyes bugged out. I had fangs and I'm spitting blood. I guess I could be scary. Number 14, the Boogeyman. I think Boogeyman should have been ranked maybe a little bit higher than 14 because he scares the shit out of me with all that makeup. Now this guy lives that character. Now you ain't gonna catch him not living it. You go online and you see his Instagrams and stuff like that. He's a personal trainer and he's a health person. And he's helping people. He doesn't look very scary there, but my goodness, man, if he's on a show and you're going to be on the show, he's eating live worms. Those are real worms he's putting in his mouth.
Does he swallow them?
I don't know what he does, man, but they go in his mouth. The worms go in, the worms go out. The worms play pinochle on your snout. I don't know. He's the boogeyman. He's scary.
Ever put any on you?
No. Yes. Not in my mouth, though. No. He didn't drip them out of his mouth in my mouth either, no. But we have wrestled, and I probably murdered a few worms by landing on them, like worm guts everywhere. Yeah. But I didn't get the worms in the mouth. But Boogeyman is scary and intimidating when he's in his character. He lives that character when he's on, man. It's scary. Oh, number 13, good old Killer Kowalski, old school. Yeah. All right, that's a good 13. I like that number 13 too. Number 12, Leatherface. Now, which Leatherface could we be talking about here? Which one are they going to refer to? I'm going to have to look up here. Are they talking about Kirshner? Yep, they're talking about Cripple Kirshner. There's 2 Leatherfaces, though. There's Ricky, Leatherface that I did a lot of shows with. So I was friends with Kirshner. He took me under his wing all the way back when I first started. He kicked my ass in a wrestling ring. And he told me if anybody did that, they were messing with me. Lesson number 1. Long story. Maybe one day I'll give you the lessons and break it down. I had 2, 3, 4, 5 lessons with him. But Kirshner took me under his wing, Corporal Kirshner, and he was the main Leatherface, the first Leatherface. And then Ricky took over when Corporal Kirshner, who's passed away now too, rest in peace. When Big Mike Kirshner beat up a guy in Japan, he hit a guy so hard, Raymond, punched the guy in the face so hard, the guy's whole jaw just broke. His face, they were holding his face up. But it turns out the guy was what they call a Yakuza, a member, somehow tied in with the mafia over there. So he went to jail for a year over there. And then if I remember right, they let him out of jail so he can go back to work and pay off the debt to the mob for hitting that guy. Like, it was just total, it was craziness. But yeah, old Mike Kirshner, Leatherface.
The mob in Japan?
Yeah, Yakuza. You played the video games. You know, the girls missing their finger, whatever it's called. No?
No.
Come on,
I
Raymond.
didn't know that Japan had mobs.
Oh, yeah. They're way worse than ours. They just cut your heads off with swords and stuff. You watch Black Rain and all these other movies?
Yeah, samurais.
No.
Ninjas.
Yakuza, I think it's called. You got to check that out. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong because I'm like white as hell. So, but pronouncing it wrong. But no, they have them. They have clubs. I remember Abdullah the Butcher. He would take me out and he took me to the where they run the certain clubs and stuff. And I was scared to death because you didn't want to mess around over there. They just chop you up with a samurai sword or whatever, and that's it. They didn't mess around. They didn't play. Their whole bodies would be tattooed up, but you didn't see it because they'd have suits on and they'd wear the shirts, but their whole bodies would be sleeved. That's why if you went over there, tattoos were taboo. Like when you went over there as Americans and they seen all the tattoos, they looked at you as like maybe criminal element.
I read something about that.
Yeah. So number 11, Ox Baker. Now I hear a lot of talk. A lot of people are scared about Ox Baker. I can tell you the kind of guy Ox Baker was. I have some experiences with him. I know that Luna's dad ran a wrestling company in Canada, Montreal, and they'd have a lot of wrestlers stay at the house. And Ox Baker was the kind of guy when she would be she was a little girl, having her cereal, eating her breakfast. When her mom would leave the room, Ox Baker would reach over, take her cereal milk, and drink it, put it back. And before the mom came back in the room, that's a true heel. That's a scary guy. I had my own run-ins with Ox Baker, but in his older years. But I won't go into that. But number 11, Ox Baker, good old Escape from New York. You saw Escape from New York, right? Snake Plissken? No, Ox Baker? Come on. You know who he is, right?
No.
You don't know who Ox Baker is? Come on. Well, he was number 11. Now, number 10, I could agree with this. And I think he could be even higher on the rankings here. Doink the Clown. He scared the shit out of me. I don't like clowns. Doink, he's scary. The movie It, when they represented that alien or whatever it was that lived under the earth, is portrayed as a clown to the kids. Clowns are just evil. I don't like clowns.
So wait, It was an alien?
I think It was an alien. What was he? In the dead zones? I mean, what could you call that? He lived there and he would kill the whole towns off every so many years. All these deaths and missing kids would go. And
I never actually watched the new version of It.
Well, the new's just a revamped version of the 1 and 2, part 1 and 2, the very original It. We all flow down here, boy. Yeah, that's how he would talk. Tim Curry was the first clown in It. I believe it was an alien. It was whatever. It lived under the earth, and it was extraterrestrial. It was not human. You never seen It?
A long time ago.
Come on, man. But
no, that's a movie I actually want to watch. I may watch it.
It's a good one, but I'd watch the first one, original first. It's long though. You gotta. My neck tighten up. You gotta get all this reading. I haven't read this much in my whole life. Anytime I got this much reading, I turn it over to Daniel Rose, the lawyer. He sends me back notes. I was trying to read his notes today, but yeah, Doink the Clown, number 10. I think Doink could be number 1 because I'm terrified of clowns. And don't tell Simbodi I said that, but. The only clown I like is Devil's Rejects, Sid, whatever. Hey, what was he? Captain Spaulding. You don't like clowns, kid? Never mind. You haven't even seen that, Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. All right, good movies, really good movies, especially in the Halloween season. And go check them out. Number 9, Papa Shango, one of my favorites when I was a kid. Old Soul Taker himself, Old Kama. The Human Fighting Machine or whatever, and Godfather, Pimpin' Ain't Easy, Papa Shango. Yeah, so Papa Shango and the Smoking Skulls. He was one of my favorite, man. Pimpin' Ain't Easy. Old Pop. There goes the smoke again. That was number 9. Woo, I'm blowing up here. Number 8. Abdullah the Butcher. Now, like, I mean, all these people except for the Yeti, I have wrestled in Ox Baker. I'm looking. I have done battle with all of these. Oh, Killer Kowalski. And, yeah, but so far, yeah. Well, Psycho Sid, I don't think I wrestled. So those are the few that I didn't wrestle. But so I've done battle with all the scariest wrestlers here so far. And so number 8, Abdullah the Butcher. I have shared the ring and shared some blood with Abdullah the Butcher. Like I just mentioned him earlier, where I said he took me under the wing, went and showed me how to get sponsors in Japan and the Yakuza clubs and stuff like that. So, Abby, Abdullah the Butcher. Number 8. Number 7, Jake the Snake Roberts, one of my favorites. Give me lots of advice over the years. I learned so much from Jake. Great promo, very intense, no wasted movements in the ring. Just an amazing, talented wrestler. Number 6, Waylon Mercer. Do you even know who that is?
No.
Oh, Dan Spivey. I didn't wrestle Waylon Mercer, but I've wrestled Dan Spivey, so I've been in the ring with him. But Waylon Mercer was a play off of the Cape Fear movie. Cape Fear. He was like a character taken out of there. So number 6, Waylon Mercer. Maybe it was the bow legs that made him so scary. Now these are the 25 scariest of all times. So it's not just WWE. It's just all of wrestling. So that's kind of cool. Number 5, Kevin Sullivan, the devil himself. I still get advice from Kevin to this day. I'll go to lunch with him here and there, and I learned so much from him. Florida icon, Boston icon, the devil himself, WCW. Booker, all kinds of stuff. Kevin Sullivan, the devil. Number 5. And number 4, Bruiser Brody. Big old Bruiser Brody, rest in peace. Bruiser was the man. He was scary. I never wrestled him, though. Kevin, I've been in the ring with. But Bruiser Brody, no. Number 4, Bruiser Brody. Rest in peace there. Number 3, Kane. I've had my ass kicked by Kane many times. The brother of the Thing, the old Undertaker, supposedly the Thing. Yeah, brother, the Undertaker, Kane. Number 3. So, old Kane. Number 2, Andre the Giant. Now, I have not shared the ring with Andre the Giant. He was scary. I think he was very scary, Andre. He was scary in Princess Bride, if you ask me. They tried to make him nice in Princess Bride, but he looked scary. Did you see the Andre documentary?
No.
Well, Andre the Giant, an amazing gentleman. He's a legend, true icon in the sport. But yeah, he's scary. He's scary to me. I believe he's scary. And who do you think number 1 is, Raymond? I don't know.
The
why.
Undertaker.
Yeah, why? I mean,
He's the GOAT.
The GOAT? He's like bad GOAT, or like Tom Brady the GOAT?
Supernatural GOAT.
Supernatural GOAT. So number 1 is The Undertaker, and I have shared a lot of ring times with him. So let's run through this one more time. Get ready to run down. Starting with number 25, and I believe that was my homie Kevin Thorne. I'm trying to do this by memory, but I better not. So I'm going to scroll back down here because, all right. Number 25, Kevin Thorne. Coming in at 24, The Yeti. 23, Viscera. Big V, Big Daddy V, Viscera. 22, Vampiro. 21, Giant Gonzalez. Number 20, Mordecai. Old Kevin again. Number 19, The Relic. Number 18, 7. Now they say that's 7 of Dustin, but we also know Kevin Furtick had a 7 gimmick character. Number 17, Abyss. Big Abyss. Number 16, Psycho Sid. Why couldn't I have been number 13? But number 15, Gangrel. I couldn't get the cool number 13, but 15, Gangrel, myself. 14, the Boogeyman. Oh, Killer Kowalski got 13, but that's cool. That's such a good number. Killer Kowalski, number 13, the Lightning Bolt Trunks. Number 12, another friend of mine, Leatherface. Number 11, Ox Baker. Escape from New York, Ox Baker. Number 10, Doink the Clown. Number 9, Papa Shango, another guy I've shared the ring with and I consider a friend, the old Godfather, Pimpin' Ain't Easy. Number 8, Abdullah the Butcher, old Abby. Number 7, Jake the Snake Roberts. Man, these guys, have all these guys are my friends. Number 6, Waylon Mercer. And number 5, the devil himself, Kevin Sullivan. And number 4, Bruiser Brody. I always, when he came out to the Immigrant song, Led Zeppelin, that's good stuff. Number 3, Kane. Now, we could bring up Kane's other gimmicks, Dr. Isaac Yankum, and what else was he? Christmas Tree Monster or some shit.
Unabomber.
And the Bomber. Number 2, Andre the Giant. And number 1, Raymond's all-time favorite wrestler, and he calls him a Billy Goat from Hell. The Goat from Hell, the Undertaker. All right, well, that was some random, I guess, Bleacher Reports. I'm not sure. Top 25 scariest wrestlers of all time. Did we miss anybody on there, Raymond? That Doink the Clown should have been number 1. I think he's scary, Doink.
Fiend should have been on there, right?
Well, when did they do this list? This could have been old. But yeah, the Fiend. If this was a current list, I'd say, yeah, the Fiend.
I did have a question for you because I want to see how your
Maybe
brain...
Carmella should have been on there. Oh.
Carmella? I want to see how your brain works.
My brain doesn't work this time in the morning.
All right. Okay. Jason. Who would Jason be if he was a wrestler? You got to What wrestler would be Jason?
Kane.
Okay. What wrestler would be Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger.
No, you got to be
There
a
was
wrestler.
a wrestler, Freddy Krueger.
Who?
He feuded Leatherface, likes him myself. His name was Doug Gilbert. He wrestled as Freddy Krueger.
Can't.
He wrestled as Freddy Krueger.
I would say the Fiend.
So I wonder why he wasn't on there. Freddy Krueger didn't make it. Jason the Terrible didn't make it. Jason, it was a Jason. There was a wrestler called Ralphie that wrestled as Jason. He feuded. This was like IWA and Wings in Japan and Puerto Rico. So it was Jason, whose name was Ralphie. Freddy Krueger was Doug Gilbert. Leatherface was Mike Kirshner, and then went on to be Ricky. And then there was the Headhunters, the Gordos, they call them the Fat Boys, the Gordos. I think they might have been Dominican. Two brothers though, Manny and something.
But they obsessed with American horror over there in Japan or something?
Well, it was the monsters are popular, yeah. I mean, like, so were Levi jeans. I don't know. I can't explain it, but yeah, it was over. I wrestled, as the Blackheart characters and as Vampire Warrior before Gangrel over there. So the mid 90s, like horror stuff was big in Japan. Yeah, they had Freddy Krueger. Who else do they have? Different ones. A few different things. Yeah.
You don't think the Fiend pulled anything from Freddy? How he kind of like plays in your mind, the burnt mask. How he did the thing with John Cena, where he took him back. Like
I think the Fiend pulls a little bit from every little bit of horror stuff and every character in wrestling that was dark. He takes and samples everything. He's like today's what you call your rap musicians and stuff like that. They're sampling everybody else's music, like coming up with their own stuff. But the Fiend, yeah, I'm sure he did. Freddy Krueger was a psychological. You didn't even know. You didn't even watch the Freddy Krugers.
Yes, I did. That's my favorite horror
That's
guy.
the only one you probably watched.
Not Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's my favorite because he's funny.
Well, what wrestlers did we miss? Sorry, the Fiend wasn't on there. So this might have been an older list because the Fiend should have been. Is the Fiend scary or is he cool?
He's scary.
Is the Undertaker scary or is he cool?
It depends. The Ministry of Darkness was sick. It was a very...
Right,
borderline.
Viscera made it, but Midian didn't. You remember Midian, right?
I remember him, but I just...
Yeah. He's the one that gave Viscera the name, Viscera.
What about...
You know what Viscera means?
No.
It's like guts. I think it means like guts.
Oh, Luna.
Oh, Luna? She was scary, yeah. Like, legitimate, like, real scary.
Yeah, but Luna should have definitely been on there.
Scary Sherry Martel, when she was called Scary Sherry.
Who else?
Soul Taker, which was another Papa Shango, but I guess they had to go with 25. So out of all the wrestlers in the world and throughout time, there's been a lot of them. I mean, Freddie Blassie was the original vampire. I guess I was honored to be number 15. So thank you.
I don't know if Kazarni would count, but I don't think he debuted. I remember back.
Kazarni, he wasn't scary. He was. I think
I was in like middle school or something when they were like showing previews of it, but I don't think he ever. I think he debuted once.
Throwing darts in his back and stuff.
I was excited.
Simbodi is way scarier than Kazarni. The same guy.
It's the same. Yeah, he's
the same guy.
Well,
Simbodi's way more scary. He has no hair, tattoos on his head, smeared clown makeup all over his face.
Do you know why they never like went through with that character?
I don't think he liked it. I don't think Sin liked Kazarni. I think he hated it probably. I think he feels as much about like that character as he does Vampiro. I think he likes Vampiro very much. For other reasons, personal business reasons. But so anybody else we miss?
Not that I can think of it right now.
Right, so that was
I'm
just
pretty sure some people comment.
Well, that was a random list of the top 25 scariest wrestlers of all time. Good to see Abdullah made the list. Your boy Undertaker's on there. Mordecai, 2 times, but 3 of his characters. 2, though, that he played. He did do 7 in I think it was called Deep South at the time. He was Kevin 7. I don't know. He like 7 after the 7 Deadly Sins. So, yeah, old Kevin Furtick, he was running that list. He's up in there. So, but that's it, man. So I want to, everybody. That was Bleacher Report's top scariest wrestlers, 25 scariest wrestlers. So I'm gonna wrap that up then here and tell everybody have a happy Halloween or happy Halloween season. Want some, get some.
Bad enough,
take some. Oh, you gonna do it with me? Want some?
Get some.
Bad enough,
take some.
There you go. Keep fanging and banging.
Want some, get some, bad enough, take some.